Hello, and welcome back to the Ghosty Girls podcast. Hello. Hope you guys are doing good.
And thank you so much for tuning in. We missed you guys and gals and ghouls.
And ghouls. So today for you, I have a really fucked up story of a killer couple, and it's local. Another local one for you. Today we are going to talk about Erika and Benjamin BJ Sifrit and the murders of Joshua Ford and Martha Geney Crutchley. That was a mouthful.
That was a mouthful.
These two are assholes.
I mean, I hate them already.
The more I deep dove into the research, the more I hated them. They are two of the most awful people ever.
Okay, I'm super stoked and pumped to hear this one.
All right, here we go. Erika Sifrit was born Erika Grace on February 3rd, 1978 to Mitch and Cookie Grace in Roaring Springs, Pennsylvania. Isn't that a fun name, Cookie?
Cookie.
Erika was an only child with no siblings and was extremely privileged. She was basically given everything and anything she could ever have wanted. Mm-hmm. On the flip side, she felt immense pressure from her parents to be successful, both in academics and in sports. She was extremely intelligent and was an honor student. She was described by friends and family as being driven and was apparently a really good basketball player. In 1995, Erika attended Mary Washington College in Virginia on a basketball scholarship. It's said that in college, the stress took its toll on Erika, and that manifested into extreme OCD tendencies as well as severe anxiety. Because of this, in her junior year, the pressure became too much for her, and she gave up basketball entirely to focus solely on her academics.
Makes sense.
It does, yeah. That's like the one smart thing that she did in her life. That's about it.
So all the studying ultimately doesn't pay off then?
Not at all. Not a bit.
Great.
In 1998, Erika met a Navy SEAL named Benjamin BJ Sifrit at a bar in Virginia near Erika's college. There was instant attraction between the two of them. BJ was born on October 21st, 1977 in Iowa, and he was also a great athlete, so they had that in common. When he went off to Navy SEAL training, he was actually number 1 out of the 77 recruits in the class, which is pretty impressive.
That's very impressive.
He was also the youngest Navy SEAL to ever graduate. Now, on the flip side of how accomplished he was in all of that, BJ was described as being a big partier and drinker who would also make extremely impulsive decisions. Just to provide an example of how impulsive he was, he ended up proposing to Erika just 3 weeks after meeting her. Oh. And then the two ran off to Las Vegas to get married without telling anyone.
Oh,
they were both only 20 years old.
Oh.
20 years old.
Damn.
I know. Their marriage started off pretty rocky, to say the least. Friends and family were completely shocked that they had run off and got married, but they were doing their best to support Erika and BJ. After they were married, they moved to Erika's home state of Pennsylvania, and BJ, shortly after marrying, was deployed for training at a Navy base in Alaska. Now, Erika apparently could not handle this. She could not handle him being away, and her OCD and anxiety raged. She was so desperate to keep tabs on BJ that she actually moved to Alaska in 2000 so she could keep an eye on him. And this pretty much fucked things up for him because having your wife with you during training was forbidden. Yeah. Ooh. And she knew that and still went. Because of this, BJ was placed on probation and sent to North Carolina. Erika's neurotic behavior did not end there, and as a result of her paranoia, BJ completely gave up his career as a Navy SEAL. Which is...
That sucks.
Yeah, and I wonder if she would have never come into his life, would his life have been a completely different path? Like, could he actually been a decent human being? I don't know. Things were pretty up in the air for the couple at this point, but luckily for Erika, her mommy and daddy opened up a scrapbooking store for her, which they named Memory Lane.
Of course they did.
Yeah. It's also around this time that Erika became completely obsessed with a little chain of restaurants that serves wings, also known as Hooters.
Hoot hoot.
Yeah. She started obtaining a massive collection of Hooters apparel and merchandise.
Why?
I don't know. And even sold Hooters branded merch on eBay.
Why?
I don't know. It's also around this time. It's not funny, but the Hooters thing is funny because it's random. Like, just to, I don't know, all of a sudden be obsessed with Hooters, like not the boobies, the restaurant.
She loved them titties.
She did. It's also around this time that BJ decided that it would be a great idea to get a huge swastika tattooed on one of his titties.
Okay, still hate them.
You're going to hate him even more.
I can't imagine I won't.
The couple continued to just be weird, creepy, and fucked up together, even buying a huge pet snake that they lovingly named Hitler. What the fuck? Yep. Their favorite pastimes together were partying and having sex. And they also developed an affection for cocaine. So it's a great mix.
True winners there.
Yeah, sounds like it's going to go really well, right? In May of 2002, the loving couple decided to take a nice, relaxing vacation at an upscale penthouse suite in none other than Ocean City, Maryland, for the Memorial Day holiday. There, they planned to do their favorite things: party, drink, do drugs, and just be assholes together. And it's there at this vacation that they would unfortunately meet 51-year-old Geney Crutchley and 32-year-old Joshua Ford, a couple from Fairfax, Virginia. A little background about the victims, because Geney and Joshua are unfortunately victims. Geney Crutchley was born on September 1st, 1950 in Kansas and was a divorced insurance executive. Joshua Ford was a divorced mortgage banker with an 8-year-old son. A very tragic detail that I discovered in my research is that this was the second murder that the Ford family had endured in less than a year.
Stop.
Yeah. In October of 2001, the body of Joshua's niece, 23-year-old Kelly Ford, was discovered on a Cape Cod beach. So his brother was still trying to come to terms with the horrific murder of his daughter when his brother was murdered as well. The murder of Kelly remains unsolved to this day.
Damn it.
I know. It's horrible for the family. Geney and Joshua were described as a happy couple who were very much in love and just looking to have a nice, relaxing, romantic getaway for the holiday weekend. On the night of Saturday, May 25th, 2002, Geney and Joshua had the unfortunate pleasure of crossing paths with Erika and BJ on a bus, also lovingly referred to as the drunk bus by locals. Yeah. If you know, you know.
We know.
Headed to a very popular party spot named Secrets in Ocean City. Secrets is spelled Seakrets. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have you been there?
Have I been there? Let's paint a picture of Secrets for everyone listening, in case you have not been there. Secrets is a huge beach bar that has multiple areas that you can dance at. There's the club area that has a moving dance floor, like it literally bounces up and down. It did back in the day anyway. I don't know how it is now. And they had balloons drop and confetti drop from the ceiling. So you can dance in the sand while listening to your favorite band. You can float in the water with your beer and hang out with your friends.
If you want to get hepatitis.
It's a really cool place, but the later it gets, the sketchier it tends to get. And I will share one story about one of the times that I went to Secrets. We were all just standing with our drinks. I believe it was the Dirty Banana, because that's what they're known for.
And it's pretty good.
Very good. So we're all standing around with our Dirty Bananas, and this grown-ass man just whips his dick out and starts pissing in the sand.
Yeah, it sounds like secrets.
Yep. And then he zips up, continues dancing like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you then walk through that with either bare feet or flip-flops.
Despite all that, I think the most disturbing part about secrets is the fact that during the day, people will just like sit in the water and drink all day, and they don't leave their spot all day. So where are they peeing?
You know where they're peeing. And you know what's in that water.
They're all just sitting in a giant water of piss.
Yeah.
Like,
and honestly, the way that the bay kind of comes in and goes out there,
yeah.
for some reason, if you look at the water at Secrets, it just looks
pissy.
Stale.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the bay doesn't even clean it out. It's like, no, I'm not touching that.
I'm sure it doesn't.
My tide is not going that high. I am not messing with that.
It's really disgusting, and I didn't sit in it. Oh,
Smart.
I was a party pooper, I guess, but I'm sorry, I'm not sitting in piss water.
No, as you should. That's gross.
Geney and Joshua, they met Erika and BJ on the drunk bus. And as a testament to their kindness, they actually offered to pay for Erika and BJ's bus fare because Erika and BJ did not have the proper change. So I guess that kind of sparked up a friendship between the four of them. And they all went to Secrets and they partied together. When I was researching and looking at pictures of Erika and BJ, I was like, yeah, they're totally a couple that will party at Secrets in 2002.
I gotta look them up.
Yeah, everybody listening, just pause and go Google these two, Erika and Benjamin, BJ Sifrit, because ew. That's all I'm going to say. Ew. They're totally a couple that will party at Secrets. But Geney and Joshua, on the other hand, if you look up pictures of them, they seem just a little too classy for Secrets. I just want to go back in time and scream at them not to go because they don't belong there. They're too good for that place.
He looks like he would have frosted tips and want to be in a boy band.
Yeah. They're just gross. Looking at pictures of them, just bleh. So the two couples hit it off. They partied together at Secrets before continuing the party and heading back to the penthouse suite rented by Erika and BJ. Now, it's not exactly clear what transpired, but according to Erika's account of that night, they were partying, drinking, and hanging out in the hot tub when Erika alleged that Geney and Joshua stole her purse, to which BJ responded by pulling a gun on them. The gun that he pulled on them was actually registered to Erika. Something that I found wild about this case that I didn't know before I started researching is that there's actually a recorded 911 call from Erika claiming that there are two people in her house that she does not know and that her purse was missing, and she was afraid a robbery was going to take place. She then abruptly hung up on the 911 operator without giving an address. So the night that they murdered these two, she actually called the police. So after the 911 call ends and the gun is pulled out, BJ forces Geney and Joshua to strip naked to prove that they are not hiding Erika's purse. Apparently, these fucking idiots thought that they were hiding a purse in their bathing suits. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. After they were stripped down, Geney and Joshua broke away and made a run for it to the bathroom in an attempt to hide. They were allegedly begging for their lives while locked in that bathroom. Now, what happens next, we will probably never know because both Erika and BJ are huge piece of shit liars. So if we go by Erika's account, she states that BJ busted through the door, looked at Joshua in his face and said, "See you later, motherfucker," and then shot him right in the face.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what Erika says. Erika later said in her confession that Geney was, quote, whimpering like a baby after Joshua was shot in front of her. Erika then states that she heard 2 more gunshots. She denies seeing either of the murders, so we will probably never know the true story. No. I would tend to believe that she's probably a lot more involved than she's letting on about. The morning after the murders, Sunday, May 26th, BJ uses his military knowledge to expertly dismember both bodies of Geney and Joshua and wrap them up in trash bags. They then drove to Rehoboth Beach in Delaware and dumped the remains in a dumpster at a Food Lion. You know where that Food Lion is.
I used to live in Rehoboth Beach, and I went to that Food Lion often.
After the disposal of the bodies, the couple then went into full-on damage control. They returned to the hotel condo where they committed the murders. They replaced the door that they shot through. They cleaned, and they spackled and painted the walls.
Of a hotel room.
Of a hotel room. They basically renovated a fucking hotel room.
That's not suspect at all.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be. Every time I walk in with a plant or a bag of Temu items arrives at my house.
Uh-huh. Yep. On May 28th, Geney and Joshua were both reported missing when they did not show up to their respective jobs after the Memorial Day weekend. Authorities responded by checking the condo that they had rented for their vacation. In the condo, they found all of the couple's belongings except for their driver's licenses. They also found Geney's car in the hotel parking lot and discovered that the sand around the vehicles was undisturbed. So they knew at this point that something wasn't right. While all of this was going on, the Sifrits were just living life and enjoying their vacation. They went to bars and restaurants, they partied, they got drunk, they did cocaine. It was just business as usual for them.
Renovated more hotel rooms, maybe.
Yeah. They missed out on job opportunities there. Included in this business was a little visit to Erika's most favorite place on earth, Hooters, which resulted in a good old-fashioned B&E.
Stop.
Yes, you heard that right. On the night of May 31st, 2002, police responded to a Hooters in Ocean City and caught BJ and Erika loading up their car with Hooters merch.
I don't even, I think I'm...
It's just so stupid. I don't even have so words. Stupid. I know.
It is stupid.
Yeah. BJ pleaded with the police to let them go and said they would just put everything back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds great.
Uh-huh. Erika proceeded to have a full-on panic attack, and you're not going to believe this shit. She asked the police officers to go into her purse to grab her anxiety medication. While in her purse, they found the IDs of none other than Geney Crutchley and Joshua Ford. What a fucking dipshit.
What a dipshit. She should have stuck with basketball and not school.
Yeah. Obviously, the schooling did nothing because she's a fucking idiot. The finding of the IDs in Erika's purse led investigators to search the hotel condo that Erika and BJ rented. There, they found photos of Erika and BJ on vacation, as well as pictures of them partying with Geney and Joshua. At first, I thought, wow, these people are really a couple of dumbasses to leave photos of the people that they murdered just laying around their rented beach condo. But then I remembered the scrapbooking business and how completely obsessed Erika was with scrapbooking. I think they were putting that shit in she printed those pictures or had them printed to put them in a fucking scrapbook.
Memory lane.
Yeah. That's
sick.
It's very sick. Like, words can't express how much I fucking hate these two. They're just awful. In the photos that the police found, Erika could be seen wearing Joshua's ring that she stole from him around her neck, and the ring still had his blood on it. So she was wearing that ring around her neck on a necklace like a trophy.
What an asshole.
Also found in the room was the key to the Atlantis condominiums, which was the hotel that Geney and Joshua had been staying at. Investigators also noted that the bathroom appeared to be renovated. After removing some of the fresh paint, investigators found bullet holes in the walls, and during inspection of the bathroom floor, they found dried blood that had soaked into the tiles. I know I've said this on a previous podcast, but if you murder someone in a home, you're not getting rid of all the fucking blood.
You're getting caught.
It's impossible. Impossible.
Yes, impossible.
Impossible. I don't know why I said that like that, but
I liked it.
It's impossible. 9 days after the murders, authorities ended up finding Geney's leg in a trash bag at a landfill in Delaware. They also found Joshua's torso and arms in a military canvas bag that was owned by BJ.
Of course it was.
Yeah. The rest of their remains have never been recovered. So unfortunately, it didn't really tell investigators that much about how they had actually died. After their arrest, BJ immediately lawyered up, while Erika immediately flipped on BJ and basically blamed him for the entire thing. She basically played the innocent, manipulated victim, like we see a lot of times with killer couples.
That's nuts.
Both of them were charged with the first-degree murders of both Geney and Joshua, and both of them pled not guilty. During the trial, they ended up pointing the fingers at the other. The prosecution introduced a bombshell star witness named Melissa Sealing, who blew both Erika and BJ's defenses out of the water.
Or out of the ceiling.
Out of the ceiling, yep. In her testimony, Melissa described meeting the couple while in Ocean City with her friend Justin Wright. She testified that Erika and BJ invited them to their condo to get in the hot tub with them, and that things quickly took a violent turn. Melissa stated that Erika also tried to pull the whole stolen purse act on her, and that BJ followed suit and pulled a handgun on them in an attempt to, quote, scare them. Melissa testified that BJ said that if they ripped them off, that they would shoot her just like they did the previous couple. Yep. Melissa testified that the purse had been there the entire time, was found, and that they were able to get away. Apparently, the only thing that kept BJ and Erika from killing Melissa and Justin was that BJ feared that they did not have enough time to clean up yet another murder and to renovate again.
So they didn't have any more putty, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, pretty much. Melissa's testimony and the similarities with the two couples, in my opinion, proves that it was the two of them working together and that Erika was not the delicate little flower that she was claiming to be. It also came out in trial that BJ wanted to pose for pictures with the two severed heads. So he had, either he or Erika or both of them, cut their heads off and he wanted to take a picture with them. Erika refused.
I'm surprised she didn't want that as her cover photo for her scrapbook.
Yeah. They also allegedly discussed attempting to pull a Jeffrey Dahmer and to try eating some of the bodies, but they eventually decided against it.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, I guess.
Sure is. Furthering the narrative that Erika was not an innocent victim was the fact that Erika went out and got a tattoo in the days after the murder to commemorate her kill. The tattoo that she got was in the same exact spot that she stabbed Geney.
What an asshole.
BJ was ultimately sentenced to the second-degree murder of Geney Crutchley and was sentenced to only 38 years in prison. He was found not guilty in the death of Joshua Ford.
How?
Because, number one, he had a really good attorney. And number two, they could not prove who exactly committed the murder. So it was liar one versus liar two, pretty much. And having a good attorney makes a hell of a difference, I'll tell you that.
Yep.
In 2017, after serving just half of his prison sentence, BJ became eligible for parole, which thankfully was denied. He is scheduled for a mandatory release in 2030. He could, however, be released based on credits earned while incarcerated, so he could be released early. If all else fails, we do know with absolute certainty that in just 6 years, BJ is going to be out walking with us.
Awesome.
Erika, on the other hand, was given a much heavier sentence. She didn't have as good of an attorney as BJ did. She was sentenced to life in prison plus 20 years. She is eligible for parole this year in 2024.
Do you think she'll get it?
I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't. But the scariest thing about all of this to me is that in 2030, this guy, he's going to be out of prison. Like, what contribution is he going to make to society that's positive? He's got a swastika tattooed on him, and he's a fucking murderer.
Maybe he can collect and resell stuff from Hooters or Chili's. Does Chili's make merch? Because I'd buy that.
I don't know if Chili's makes merch. If they don't, they should.
Chili's.
Sponsor us.
We love you.
But yeah, I mean, I guess he could sell Hooters merch. I I don't even, I don't
I don't-
know. Like,
I don't know. I mean, they have a lot of rehabilitation programs in the prison systems, or so they say.
They do,
So you
yeah.
never know if maybe he got a degree or did something with his life in there, but the likelihood.
Yeah, I couldn't find any information about him, like, bettering himself in prison or anything like that. I mean, hopefully he did. But I don't know if you have it in you to dismember people like that and hold their heads up and want your picture taken. That's fucking...
That's insane.
Do you think you can rehabilitate someone that can do shit like that?
I don't know. I mean, realistically, in my mind, I'm like, no, but I want to believe it's possible. Is it?
Yeah.
No, probably not.
It's just scary to think, you don't know who you're walking down the street with.
No.
Like, you don't know who you're passing. Like, you could, I forget what the statistic is, but everyone passes someone who's murdered someone like a certain amount of times in their life.
That's crazy.
And you don't know.
Nope.
Ugh, scary stuff. But yeah, that's the story of Erika and Benjamin Sifrit.
And Hooters.
And Hooters. And their snake named Hitler.
Well, I still strongly dislike / hate them.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for the families of...
Geney and Joshua.
Yes.
Yeah. I really feel bad for Joshua's family because, I mean, to have not one, but 2 murders in the span of a year in your family,
Yeah,
how do you even recover from that?
And the other one isn't even solved.
I know.
That's rough.
Maybe I'll do a podcast on her too because that's awful. I mean, I hate seeing unsolved murders. I hate it. I hate the thought that there are people out there walking around that have committed a murder and they received no punishment for it.
Right.
That just really bothers me. I mean,
Because it makes them think they can do it again.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I feel like if you have it in you to murder someone like that, you have it in you to do it again.
Yeah. 100%.
So.
It's what's going to make that switch.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's podcast, although it was a little depressing.
I enjoyed the story.
Yeah.
Still don't like those people, as I already said.
Mm-hmm.
Still am not a fan of secrets. I don't hate Hooters. It's not their fault.
I feel like Hooters isn't really doing well, though, are they?
I have no idea.
I feel like a lot of Hooters are closing. I know there used to be one at the beach on the boardwalk, and that one's gone.
It's now Cooter Browns.
Cooter Browns.
It's the same people that own Krabby Dicks.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. I love Krabby Dicks. Yeah.
I know.
Who doesn't enjoy a Krabby Dick?
Listen, they have good soup.
They really do. Their crab bisque is amazing.
I know.
But we digress.
Anywho, we love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to, pretty please with sugar on top, give us a 5-star review.
Yes, please.
And that's it. Yes, we're recording and you're on our podcast right now.
Hi.
Now what?
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
All right, say goodbye to everybody. Mom,
Bye.
say see you next Tuesday, but don't be one.
See you next Tuesday, but don't be one.
Yes.
All right, love you.